think it's like 4:30, but I'm also not really sure. I originally decided to make a video today because I was part of the podcast Darling Fetch Battle Axe, and I was like, whoa, I haven't made a video in a while, so, I did a little bit of pre-filming because I wanted it to be at least semi-nice, and then I was like, I'll just do this part of my essay and then go to bed. Or film the rest and edit some and go to bed. I don't know. I had an idea is basically what I'm trying to do. Get across. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Yeah, I ended up watching Cutthroat Kitchen. Alton Brown is hilarious, by the way. I'm pretty sure if I said some things, quite a few people would be quite offended, and that's not my goal. Oh, I got my hair done. Yeah, I'm 18. Oh, I should probably tell you guys why I haven't made a video. So I was initially going to make a video after my first week of college so I could tell you guys if I failed or succeeded. Oh, why am I wearing earbuds? A bud? Whoa. A week after that is currently today. And I haven't really made a video because I just haven't made a video. There's not really any reason other than I decided to drink a bunch of tea instead of make a video. Anyway, so yeah, I did a podcast and then I felt like a total asshole because there were 4 podcasts of this. Sorry, I'm wounded. There were 4 podcasts of this series that I have not seen or listened to. I don't know. I'm still getting hip with the new lingo. So I listened to all of them, and I have developed a few opinions that I wrote on my homework. I will share with you guys. So the first one was basically like Paper Town's Lord of the Rings. I'm not really sure what that one was about. There was I wrote Live Forever. I'm not really sure why I did, but I did. I don't know, like, who wants to live forever? I don't know. I don't know, guys. And then the second one was about, like, theater. And they did this, they were talking about fake blood, and I was like, oh my god, I need to tell you guys a story. So, I did a kind of like PSA for my English class, and it was about like self-harm, suicide, like think of me, like come on, it's not a surprise, guys. Yeah, so it was about self-harm and suicide, and obviously we would need fake blood, and we probably spent an hour trying to come up with the perfect consistency for fake blood and color. We ended up with red Kool-Aid dye, powder, you know what I'm talking about, honey, and just a tad bit of water. And it tastes really good. So we had to film the bit that we would need it in, and we had like a whole container left over, and we were like, what are we gonna do with this? Like, why would we need fake blood? I was like, guys, we should have a fight with it. Like, each of us have like little spoons and throw it, and they were like, no, not happening. And I was like, we should do something. So we ended up eating it. We'd like dip our finger in it and then go. I am a terrible eater, and I should not have done this, but I ended up with red stains all down my neck, and it did look like I was a legitimate vampire. And for anybody who knew me back in my middle school freshman year, I had really long black hair, extremely pale. I did not have acne. Oh, weird, right? And my freckles weren't as prominent. So I was already called a vampire. Didn't help that I did kind of sparkle in the sun with the whole Twilight Saga coming out. I mean, man, but these stains, and then be like, what is that? And I was like, oh, it's just blood I made. Did not help the situation. So, yeah. If you want to make fake blood, don't eat it afterwards. My second note says, everyone knows SOM. Don't remember what SOM means. I remember writing it and being like, I know what SOM means. I no longer know what SOM means. Yeah, I give up. And then there, would you rather was, would you rather not be able to tell a baby apart from a muffin, or I think they said hot dogs as fingers. I don't know. I didn't write. No, sneeze. Sneeze. Every time you sneezed, you would turn into the opposite sex, assuming they're binary sex. I hope. So I think I'd rather the sneezing one. Basically because I am gluten free and such, and I would just be like, oh, I want to be able to eat meat. That wouldn't be a concern. But just in my head, seeing just an object, I don't know what I'd see, just wrapped in baby clothing, I would not be happy in that life. But if I sneezed and turned into the opposite sex, biologically, I'd be fine. I mean, I hate being a biological female, so being a biological male would be great, and then not having to stick to that all the time, like, just to sneeze and it's different. I'm fine with that. And then there was a concern, like, not being dressed for that. I mean, who cares? I mean, I don't care. I dress how I want to dress. I consider myself androgynous anyway, so, like, I mean, this is about the most feminine I get. Yeah, boxers. That's another note I took. Think they're something. I don't know. There was like, well, what would we do without Google? And then they were like, being sucks and all this stuff. And I was like, guys, duck, go. It's a beautiful search engine. And then I also like Ecosia. I don't know how to pronounce it or spell it for that matter. It's just every time you do a web search, it contributes to trees being donated or planted. I mean, I guess you could donate a tree, but no, we are making life, not giving it to somebody else. I should stop talking. It's 4 in the morning. 4:30, somewhere around there. I don't know. Yeah, so that's I made another note after that. Oh, Watson! Guys, we could use Watson as a search engine, and it'd be like the most beautiful search engine ever, because it actually know what we are trying to say. And if you don't know what Watson is, oh my god, if you don't know what Watson is, you should totally check it out. It's basically a supercomputer that is designed to answer Jeopardy answers into questions, you know what I mean? And they chose Jeopardy to show how much the computer could actually process and know with such a, I can't say the word, specific, like narrow, particular, with such a particular answer that it's looking for, but in so many different categories. So if Watson were just created to focus on finding a diagnosis for medical issues or IT, I mean, all sorts of things, like, why would we need anything else in life? I mean, that question isn't meant to be taken literally, but Watson. Another note I had taken, I think it says vegan. I don't know why it says vegan. Spoon? Span. I don't, guys, I have terrible handwriting. It's actually not handwriting, I just took notes over notes over notes. Oh, spam. You guys talked about, they talked about spam for like a good half an hour solid, and I was just like, I'm a vegan. I don't have this issue. Before I was a vegan, I was vegetarian. Before I was a vegetarian, I had standards. So I did not ever encounter spam. I mean, I saw it on the shelf at the shopette, but I never thought it was legitimate. I thought it was just like a joke. Like, you guys can buy something that goes in your email. Like, keep in mind I was like 5 back then. But like, so next order of business. Fire ham. Oh, they had a fire bender person on the thing, and I just wanted to tell you guys that you can set hand sanitizer on fire and not be able to see it. I learned this because I had accidentally dumped a whole thing of hand sanitizer in the sink, and then I didn't know what to do, so I asked Facebook what I should do, and they said if I set it on fire, nobody would notice, because I couldn't just turn on the water because the water was less dense, so it just flood the bathroom. So I set the hand sanitizer on fire, and I couldn't figure out why it wasn't catching on fire. Like, I didn't see a fire. I didn't even remember seeing hand sanitizer, but whatever. But I'd like touch it, and it'd be really, really warm. Not hot, but just really warm. And I had no idea what was going on. And then I was like, hey guys, I don't know what's going on. And then they were like, oh, turn out the light. So I turned out the light, and sure enough, my sink was on fire. Thank you, internet. Yeah, so basically you can set hand sanitizer on fire, and it doesn't really do much. But if you turn off the light, it looks really cool. And at nerd camp, we were writing stuff in hand sanitizer on chemistry tables and setting it on fire and taking pictures. And we had to really underexpose these pictures in order to get a proper image. Now that I've been talking for 12 minutes. This is how I do homework, guys. That's how you write an essay. Maybe that will be another thing. And then you guys also talked about mental health in shows such as Doctor Who. Like, at some point they told this girl to stop taking medication because they wanted her attention, and that was really upsetting for a lot of people. But what you don't know is that if you are psychotic, medication actually can help you function, depending on the degree of the medication's effect on you and the degree of your psychosis. I mean, it's not like, oh, yes, schizophrenia, you're going to take X, Y, and Z. It's like, oh, you're experiencing A, B, C. I know Q will help with A and B, but it's known to cause D. So you try, and you decide what you want. In my case, I just ended up totally zombied out and unable to really process any information. Like, if you guys saw me back then, I'd be like, but now, I've stopped it. I can't change this thing. In history, it's actually really common for people to at least cross dress. Like Mulan, the Disney, I'll make a man out of you, forced to look great. Her face and shoulder itchy, so I got scratched on each other, and she was itchy. Yeah, Mulan. It's actually based on a true story. I mean, about the whole prince and that happened with a lot of people. And you can actually look up a bunch of these cases, and they're so cool. I mean, a lot of them aren't that rare. Like, this one girl had a father who was a monk, and then she was like, I'm gonna be a monk. And everybody's like, monk. And then she was like, fuck you, I'm gonna be a monk. So she pretended to be a guy. And then there's this whole thing where this slutty innkeeper's daughter decided to blame her for getting her pregnant and blame her monk for we can lose all respect as a woman and raise this child. And that's what she did. She decided, fine, I'm gonna do what I want to do and raise this child, and I'm gonna be bashed, and then I'm going to continue to be in life afterwards, like, accepted. And she went from a really high position to really low, and she worked her way back up to that high position. And then when they found out that she was a woman, it was kind of awkward for everybody. And then I read this book that's actually based off of a true story, and I was in like 4th grade and didn't understand anything at the time. But it was like this girl, like, she got kicked in the eye by a horse's leg, and was a man while pretending to be a man, and did all this amazing stuff, and actually gave birth while keeping up the pretense that she was a man. Like, come on, guys. And if any of you guys can tell me what book I read, I would greatly appreciate it, so I can reread it and then cry over how not amazing it was, because in my head it's super amazing. I'm sure it's super amazing, but in my head it's kind of not really awesome things. Good about the book. But I would really enjoy reading. Next topic. Oh my god, my nose is so itchy. I will be assuming this is education. But this is also a new paper about education, so I don't know. Maybe not that. Oh, you guys are talking about me, guys. Oh my god, my nose is itchy. They were talking about how education, so they were talking about how people are very, very comfortable with the concept of a gender binary. You are a man or a female. You cannot switch. You cannot feel both at different times or the same time. You can't do any of this. And this wouldn't be a problem if you were this educated thinker. Like, I identify with no gender. I don't like the term agender because it's basically like, hey, there's a thing called no gender for your gender preference. So I don't have a gender in my head. Of course, my body thinks that it is. But I remember growing up, and I really, really wanted to be a boy, because I didn't know there's anything other. I just knew you were born boy or born girl, and I really wanted to have the boy. But then when I learned that it was an actual thing, I was like, no, I'm not being born a boy. Like, I don't want to have to deal with the penis and the motherhood and the random erections, and even if it's not a random erection, it's still an erection that people can see, and I have to hide. But I'm not going to do that. But, you know, being a girl, get periods, and my boobs get sore easily, and I remember in middle school just being like, can I just have no gender? Like, is that a thing? Like, can I get my uterus and breast just modified or taken out or something and call it a day? Of course, that's a thing, kind of, but in my head it was like, no, I'm just batshit crazy. But, you know, being batshit crazy, I talked to several people about it, and they confirmed that I was batshit crazy. So I go through like these phases where I have to prove my femininity, and I wear like makeup, like hardcore girl makeup, like pink and purple blush foundation, and I wore lipstick and wore dresses and earrings and all sorts of things. But then I'd go through a period where I'd be like, nope, don't feel like wanting to be a girl. Let's be a guy. And I had like really baggy clothes on my knees, like them not so big, so I could pull it off. And I wore like a hoodie over that just in case, and I wore jeans. So of course I had to be skinny jeans, because if I was going to be a guy, I had to be an emo. Yeah, so and then I just gave up. I was like, if I'm just gonna do what makes me happy. So now I do what makes me close enough in this case, and that makes me happier because I chose to make myself happy, and then there's other people who are so happy doing the same thing. Yeah, but if I was educated when I was that little girl who was just like, I want to be a girl, that would make me feel so much happier. And then me trying to say I don't want to be a girl, like, that would have been so much easier for not just me, but the rest of the world. Like, nobody would have to worry about their safety of the world being popped or anything. They'd just be like, oh, gets you, you can be whatever you want. So this raises the question, how should we raise our kids? I mean, should I let my kid just suddenly want to be a guy, but then be a girl later and feel completely ridiculed for not knowing who they are? I mean, that's a process we go through now, but imagine if that was open and, like, you can't just go back and forth. I mean, I can talk forever, but I mean, I feel like people's stability in their identity would be so much more fluctuating and confusing. So I think we should just take out cultural norms, like boys can wear dresses, girls can wear dresses, boys wear tux, girls wear tux. I mean, it's all good, and everybody in between can do everything also. And that way, growing up, you can still be who you are. And then when you get older, you can make that decision for yourself, not for anybody else. And there's this huge problem of intersex kids. When they're babies, like a day old, the doctors say, I want, like, your child is intersex, I suggest this treatment to make them male. And a lot of people are upset about it because you should be proud to be intersex, not like I'm better than you because I'm intersex or I'm more special, but like that's part of who you are. That should make you happy, and you shouldn't have to hide it. I mean, it makes me sad. But if you're intersex and you grow up and then there's health issues down the road, yeah, it's totally fine to make a like surgical call on that, or maybe just dysphoric, because that can be a huge factor in your mental health, which can mess up your physical health. So yeah, do what you want, but a baby shouldn't be forced to be a gender because they're in between what doctors are used to. Like, how is that fair? It's like saying, oh, this isn't actually a cat. Well, I've seen a dog, so I guess this is a chihuahua. Makes no sense for a reason, guys. I have no idea how much sense I'm actually making. Did I take any other notes? Oh, that didn't say Christianity, that says history, and I've already discussed that. What an ahead of the curve! Google blood splatter analysis. I don't really remember much of this, or why I wrote it down. I just remember somebody was talking about being a blood splatter analysis. I don't know. Blood splatter specialist? I think that was a task. Let's say 5 times fast. Okay. Blood splatter specialist, blood splatter specialist, blood splatter specialist, blood splatter specialist, blood splatter specialist. Was that fast enough? I don't know. If you gave me some time, I could go faster. I need more time to take less. Alright. I feel like there was something that I wanted to add to that. Oh, have you guys been seeing the post that's going around? Like, the slogan for like forensic students is, if you can't kill them, run fast enough to escape the cops, join them to catch the bad guys. I should not be a smoking writer. Oh, and then there's also that whole, like, I think it's called the CIS effect, where, like, people watch a show and then think they are, like, there's that whole thing, like, people think they're a sociopath because they have X, Y, and Z in common with Sherlock from the show. So many words for you guys, so many. I mean, I watched Mentalist for a really long time, and I became to be able to pick up on certain cues. But that doesn't make me a micro facial expressionist specialist analyst. You know what I'm trying to say? Maybe I don't know. Depends if you see Mentalist. Like I watch a lot of shows that are based off of nutcrack theories. Like in Mentalist, it's all about if you make or in like 0.01 seconds. Like, I mean, granted, most of what they do is like do this, or the person's like, you are the killer, and depending on their reaction, will tell you how much they know. Or like in Psych, where it's like, hey, this guy's left-handed, so that means that guy is right-handed, which means that guy was the killer. It's like none of the two guys that you're talking about. Like, okay, yeah, like I can pick up on small details and put them together now, but that doesn't make me like a detective of any sort. I mean, come on, bros. I mean, it does educate me, but not to the point where I can replace somebody who has a degree. Like, people have these degrees for a reason. They don't just hand them out because they watch a shit ton of crime shows. Or I'm trying to think of an example that doesn't involve crime. I don't know. Harry Potter. Just because you watch a lot of Harry Potter doesn't make you a wizard or a house elf. It doesn't make you a house elf either. Like, come on, guys. I feel like that's my new catchphrase for 5 o'clock in the morning. Come on, guys. I don't know, just because you play a lot of Sonic doesn't mean you can run. It just means you can click buttons on a control pad. Good for you. Is my point hammered home yet? Am I beating a dead horse? Did I take any more notes on what to talk about? No, I did not. Should I upload this whole thing, or should I attempt to edit it? I think I'm just gonna upload this whole thing, and then I'll take the pre-footage from before and do something with it. Do you guys like that idea? You guys need to tell me what you want from me. I mean, I can't just make videos willy-nilly. I need suggestions, guys. I need reasons to talk. Actually, I don't want to talk anyway, but I need topics. So, if there is a topic I did not cover enough for you or cover at all, please tell me. You can email me. I mean, it's another nerd, another fighter at Gmail. Do it. It's almost 5 o'clock. I have class in like 5 hours, and I have to be on the bus in like 3. So, should I like take my morning meds and call it a day? I don't know. Oh, sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm really tired, and I am trying to write an essay due on Thursday. I think it's Tuesday or Monday, possibly Wednesday. So that means it's probably Tuesday. I don't know. Um, it's the day that this video gets uploaded. How about that? This was going somewhere. Oh, so most of my life after I've discovered YouTube, I do tutorials in my head. Like if I'm making toast, I tell you guys how I make my toast, the methods I use, and why I don't do something else. If I'm doing makeup, I'm explaining why I'm curled up in a sink. Like, all these sorts of things. Are you guys interested in that kind of stuff? Like, do you guys want to hear me rant about why I do things my way? I mean, these videos are meant for, like, how I function, not how you should function. I am open to tips and suggestions on what I should do better, as well as I am in informing you on my beliefs. I mean, some of these things are actual facts. Like, sitting in the sink to do makeup is a lot better and healthier than the other options out there. This video must end. It is 30 minutes long. 30 minutes long. Why do I do this? Why? If you've made it to the end and you email me saying FAFSA, FAFSA, I will hook you up with a special prize. Okay? So if you've made it to the end, you can get a special prize. Prizes will be negotiated. Please don't expect me to spend a lot of money. I mean, I'll spend some, but I have my limits. Okay. Bye, guys. Now it's time to write an essay. That looks so pretty. In real life, it looks horrid, but it just looks really pretty, guys. It's so pretty. I swear I need more medication. Okay, it's official. Bye. I think my mom's awake. I'm trying to make it look like I haven't been up all night. But look at those eye bags. I don't know what to do. I don't even know what class I have today. How am I gonna go through it? My face looks horrible. Maybe I'll just wait until I hear her on the stairs and then hide in the bathroom.